name is Harsha, and I will be explaining our project Boston Area Price and Crime Prediction. So, the main gist of the idea is that within Boston, we will be analyzing neighborhoods and determine locations that have certain types of crime, and as well as that, we will also predict the time of the day when crime occurs usually. And we will also have another model that will be predicting um, the price of the overall rental price of a residential building or a house within an area. And so let us start with the front end, which was built using Next.js. This is the front end, which is a placeholder as of now until we build the model. And once we do build the model, we will be able to connect it using Fast API. So here we'll be able to enter a location, and here is where we'll be given an overview, as we can see here. So let me just type in something, and this is hard coded for now, but this is the idea and where everything will be seen. Now coming to the Python part, we have the first type of model, which is the crime detection model. So we have combined 10 years of data to find an overall of 875,000 set of data points. And after this, to visualize it, first we had to do the basic pre-processing, which is deciding what columns we will be needing, because as we see here, there are a lot of columns here that are not really needed. And based on that, we did also clear some of the null values. We come to the visualization part. Over here, after analyzing this line graph, we see that the first 2 months from June and July 2015, there's a really steep increase, and after that there's a kind of similar pattern that we can visualize here. So that means that the first 2 months of data is not really useful for us, so it's safer to exclude that. Next, we also see the hour of the day where more crimes occur, and from here we can kind of analyze that it usually happens or takes place during the evening or afternoon time. And this is another representation of the heat map for us to visualize it in another perspective. And from here, we see the top 20 crime types that are there. And there's a column called Other, which is a good majority of the data set. However, we have to exclude this because it does not provide useful or meaningful information to us. All right, now moving on to the price prediction model. So first of all, we combine 10 years of data set again, and we get a total of 1.5 million set of data points, which is pretty decent. And if we see here, we have 139 columns, which pretty much are not needed. Majority of them are not really needed. So we check which ones would be useful. So once we do check kitchens, heat system, etc., and the main predictor that we will be using is called total value. So whatever data points have total value as null would be useless for our project. Therefore, whatever data point has null as total value, we will be excluding it. So after excluding those rows, we are left with 500,000 data points. Next, we'll be starting with visualization to get a better understanding of our data set. Moving forward, we also see the average house value by zip code to get a better understanding of how the model would be predicting per area. Lastly, coming to the second stage of pre-processing the dataset for price prediction model. So first thing, we set a minimum threshold of values. That way we can ensure that the underrepresented groups, which are also known as outliers, will be removed, so they won't be messing with our model prediction.